Would you believe that cold water immersion increases your dopamine by up to 250%? That's about the same as a really good cup of coffee, or, I've heard, marijuana. So, and there you are. So it's a legal high. So dunking is a legal high. Today's podcast is called Fizz, Friendship and Freezing Water, Jenny and Kay's Dunking Diaries. Now, these guests today bring sunshine even when clouds gather and the sea's in a foul mood. First up, Jenny, our high-spirited, proudly Australian pocket rocket, a daily dunker with one foot in Abersoch and the other often miles away. Jenny studied medicine, switched to philosophy, and now applies both to life in and out of the sea. She's known for her deep chats, fast dives, and sticking out in the choppiest of waves, often first in and beaming from ear to ear. And then joining her, it's Kay, who best summed it up herself. I love being a dunker.
Yes.
Mum of 3, full-time carer, and full of warmth. Kay's journey hasn't always been easy. She's navigated tough times, mental health challenges, and the loss of a very close dunker to all of us, Jeff. But through it all, the dunkers have been her refuge and joyful tribe. From aerobics with Julian to those previous deep reflections with Jeff, and to the quiet support of friends like Joe, Jen and Angela. This is a story of resilience, community and cold water healing. Together, these two show us that no matter what you're facing, a rogue wave, a life change or a grey day, friendship and freezing water can lift your spirits like nothing else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kay, Jenny, welcome to DunkersPodcast.
Oh, welcome. Thank you very much. It's lovely.
And you're absolutely right. Dunking is a joy.
And you just keep on doing it, don't you?
Just keep on coming back for more and more and more.
Can't put you off, can they? No.
I always think that we're like a hobnob biscuit. Dunk me again. Dunk me again. We're like the marine.
Called a hobnob biscuit.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Tell me, what pulled you, Jenny? What pulled you into philosophy and then into the water? Yeah,
I'm not sure they're linked. Actually, they are linked, I suspect. What pulled me to philosophy? Questions like, the obvious ones. Where do we come from?
Okay.
And what is it all about?
Yeah.
And ways of improving thinking overall. I got into the great philosophers.
Right.
I just got mesmerised.
Right.
Mesmerised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find that they? I must warn you on these podcasts. I go off on left field.
Hey.
Did you find that they offered you clarity, or did their reasoning create clarity for yourself? Which
I wouldn't say clarity is a great word to use at this
point. Oh, right.
Okay. Because they lead you to thinking in great abstract thoughts or sometimes specific thoughts. But the complexity just broadens. It doesn't get clearer.
Oh, doesn't it?
Things get much, much foggier for quite a long time.
Right. Do they ever get clear?
No.
Oh. So
I have been accused of being searching for reality for a long time, but and I don't think I am searching, but I veered from philosophy into philosophy of religion.
Right.
So my main interest became the philosophy of world religions with a small r.
Okay.
And particularly interested in Buddhism, which has a philosophy of its own, and I believe is a philosophy, in fact, not a religion.
Is it?
I would argue that, yes.
Right. So for those who actually aren't sort of au fait with the word philosophy, is philosophy then a learning or a practice?
It's a learning. It's a study of knowledge.
Study
basically.
of knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. So Buddhism doesn't hanker after being tied to all the anchors of religion. It's about knowledge, is it?
I would say it's about phenomenology. It's about experiencing phenomena.
Okay.
In their true light.
Really?
Yeah. So I studied phenomenology, philosophical phenomenology, which
easy for you to say.
sounds very complicated. Basically, when you're studying philosophy or religions, or I suppose anything really, if you try and bracket your preperceptions of reality and just see objects as they really are, then you get closer to a truth. So, for instance, let me give you an example. If I was talking about the god of the gods of Hinduism.
Right.
If I came into that having had a deeply Christian education and used the word God in the Hindus, I mean in the Hellenistic sense, the beatific
Yes,
God in the
yes,
sky
yeah.
looking after everybody,
Yeah.
then I would not be able to understand the concept of a Hindu God whatsoever, because they're a completely different category. So you have to suspend your understanding of God
As
a Christian
Mm-hmm.
or Judaic or even Islamic, and go into understanding the language and the phenomena of the Hindu God in its own right, in its own setting. That's not very well expressed.
Yeah, and that learning takes you down that path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, I said in my introduction, it was quite light-hearted, but for Kay, it was definitely not light-hearted, because she has been through, and you have been through, some pretty tough times.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, unlike Jenny, I have got no knowledge whatsoever.
my knowledge is scant, Kay.
Well, let me say that you might not have quite the depth of knowledge that Jenny has in that particular subject.
It's only one subject, yeah.
But
exactly.
tell me, what drew you to the Dunkers, and has that in any way helped you to heal?
Oh, 100%. So I started dunking after I went on a paddleboarding experience with the other Jen, with Darwin Jen.
Yes.
And we went with Emma. She brought us down to the beach, and she got us kitted out, and I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And I did it, but I was just getting over a serious illness. I'd been diagnosed with lupus and psoriatic arthritis, so I really struggled getting up on the board. I was a lot heavier as well then, and the next day I came. I got a parking ticket as well.
You did?
I did. For my very first on my own dunk.
Really?
I parked up at I did. And then I came back, and I kept coming back, and every time I'm here, I come, and I absolutely love it.
And you think that the fact that you do keep coming is a discipline, not unlike other disciplines, that you can just sort of lock into, and that will give you that anchor all the time.
I think it's therapy. I think when you come and you speak to people who I would never have met people on the beach like that.
Yeah, that's true.
That you make friendships that you'd never have made before. So for me, I've made some true friends, Jen being one of them, and coming down to the beach. And it is a discipline, but it's a good discipline. It's a habit, a good habit.
I think it's more of a habit than a discipline for me now.
Yeah.
I agree with you about the friendship grouping. It is just phenomenal what we get from each other, I think.
And that helps you heal.
Yes.
It really does. And all my morning chats with Jeff, I was convinced at one point that I was going to marry Jeff.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah, and all my friends used to say, "You'll marry Jeff." Because we just shared so many moments together, just me and him. It was always me and Jeff on the beach before anybody else.
Yeah, I remember.
And there was quite golden moments, those, weren't they?
Yeah. Really. I think he definitely saved me.
Really?
Yeah. I do.
And so the fact that Jeff is remembered, I mean, every morning we go up and kick him in the head.
Yeah.
Not figuratively
Are you listening,
speaking.
Jeff?
Yes.
We loved you really, Jeff.
Yeah, but it's like this morning, every morning I always pop my head round the huts, and I always say, just to see if he's there, and I always say morning. Always.
Yeah.
Do you know that the last thing I said to him, I said, "You're our beach Buddha, Jeff."
Yeah.
That was the morning he died.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
I said, "Jeff, you're our beach Buddha."
Yeah.
And he just gave me one of his characteristic grins.
And his little laugh.
Yeah.
And then waddled off down the beach.
And then waddled off, and that was it.
Yeah.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
It is. And the timing, I mean, there's the irony. You would never believe it if it hadn't have happened.
And I hadn't, it was just strange.
And that one Christmas morning when I stayed at your house, Jen, and then I came down onto the beach, and he'd put little tea lights in all of the huts on Christmas morning, and that'll stay with me forever. It was one of the special, and I had my first mince pie on the beach. That overshadowed Jeff's candles.
Well, mince pies at Christmas do have to take the guiding light, don't they?
It was amazing.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So As far as yourself goes, Jen, do you feel that dunking has really sort of, obviously you mentioned community, Kay's just mentioned community. Do you think that community would have been as deep, or would you have found that community? Because you've been down in Abersoch for a long time, haven't you?
30 odd years. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. But I've been spending more like 6 months of the year here for about the last 7-8 years,
right?
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Says I guiltily.
Yeah, well,
but I know. To answer your question directly, no, there's no way I would have found this community without the dunking. And you know, I'm slightly disabled, and you guys give me the most enormous amount of support and encouragement, and therefore I feel very safe.
Yeah.
And I can always rely on one of you to drag me in and drag me out if I need it.
Literally.
Shut up, Kay. Yeah. But you're there, and the chats before and the chats afterwards are just phenomenal.
Yes.
And it doesn't take up too much of your day. Half an hour, and you're back home, and you're up and out. You've started your day in the most extraordinary, exhilarating way.
And even if the weather's dodgy, the sea is against us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No,
and
really
the best one I can remember is when the sand was frozen solid.
Yes.
And walking down to the sea in the frozen solid sand.
Wow.
And that was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
It crunched under your toes.
It did, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I thought for a minute, what am I doing here? And I said, no, you know damn well what you're doing here, woman. And I have had series of operations on my hip, and for quite a long time had quite a lot of pain from it. But as soon as I dunk, it goes away. And it stays away until I haven't been able to dunk. But as you all know, recently I haven't been able to dunk because of a rotten foot. But so the pain's come back. But if I'm dunking regularly, I have absolutely no pain in my hip whatsoever.
And that's not just within the hour after.
No. That's all day for a week. You know, it will come back after about 2 weeks not dunking. But apart from that, it's fantastic.
It is. I was actually, just as a sideline here, I was listening to a tape on from Wim Hof.
Oh yeah.
Who is obviously the sort of the acknowledged, not guru, but he sort of made it.
I would have used the word guru. I would have used the word guru.
Yeah. Okay. Probably guru comes a little bit easier to your lips than mine. But,
possibly.
Yeah. I'm too suburban. But the fact is, and he was saying that. If we can just get into habits of breathing, the three things, the three tenets that will absolutely get us through without reliance on effectively any type of medication, is firstly breathing, secondly is cold water, and thirdly is mindfulness. And I think that dunkers, all we dunkers, and I'm sure this is called DunkersPodcast, so hopefully over time we'll reach out to other dunkers elsewhere in the world and elsewhere in the UK to see what their experiences were like. But I think dunkers generally accept one or more of those tenets,
100%.
Don't they? They're either mindful or they practice a bit of breathing when they're getting into the water. I know, Jenny, you said to me before that you sort of stand there and you just take some deep breaths, don't you?
Yeah.
You get yourself together.
Yeah. Where some people hold the breath, and they're the ones like Jen. Darwin Jen.
Yeah.
She won't get in. She's just literally
It's
because she's not breathing. She holds her breath. And I'm like, just breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes such a difference.
It does.
And ironically, going back to the Buddhist thing, that breathing and mindfulness or meditation go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I studied Zen Buddhism, for instance, and I went off on study sessions, and the one way to develop your meditation is through consciousness of breathing.
Okay.
And it just slows everything down, and you can get to a level of complete awareness without being aware of anything. There you are. There's a double entendre.
Well, it is a double entendre. But in actual fact, the person who Wim Hof was talking to, he gave him a breathing exercise, and he got him to sort of breathe deeply over probably 25 or maybe 30 breaths, quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then he got to the point of sort of real stillness and said, okay, now you've had your out breath, you've now exhausted your lungs. Now just stay there for a minute and don't breathe. And
what, with empty lungs?
With empty lungs. And his mindfulness was able then to because what's happening is that the CO2 is effectively out of your body.
Gone. Yeah.
So and it's your CO2 that keeps in your body that keeps saying breathe, 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 and he's emptied your CO2 out of your body, so you can just stay steady. And Stephen, who he was doing it with, was absolutely silent for a minute, and Wim Hof said, after you've done this for a while, you'll be able to hold it for sort of 2 and 3 minutes.
Wow.
And
really?
Just steady. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I guess that's it's not my podcast. This is your podcast, but I'll say this. I guess that's about deep water diving, but these free divers, because they seem to be able to go down for minutes.
Yeah, they do 5. Yeah. I've heard even more.
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
and I presume that's the way they do it.
Yeah,
but it can build up bubbles in your joints.
So you get the bends.
So you've got to be very.
It's not a good idea.
I don't think I'm going to try it, Mark.
Just everybody keep breathing.
Well,
maybe we should have it as a group. Try that the Wim Hof breathing and emptying our lungs and see how many of us can last a minute without breathing.
Well, let's try it.
Shall we have a go?
Do we need a safety paddle boarder at the side of us?
Just to beat us on the back because we're going blue.
Are you volunteering, Kate?
No, I definitely do want to do the island swim though.
Yeah. Have you been on a paddleboard since, incidentally? No.
Have you not?
No. So I've got no rhythm. I've got no coordination. So there's a lot to think about when you're on a paddleboard. So, I just think it's too much. That's why I can't do front crawl. I can't do the breathing along with the turning the head. I can't get it all together. Whereas put me in the sea and I can swim breaststroke, no bother. I'm probably stronger than any front crawler.
Really?
But my coordination is shocking.
Well, no, it's a different coordination.
Yeah.
That's all. You just coordinate in a different way.
Yes,
that's right.
It's about you, because it's the balance of your body, isn't it?
I could never do the pat your head and rub your tummy thing at the same time as a child.
Well, we won't go into that. I don't know whether this should be called.
You know me, it'll always go off.
No, Dunker's Podcast Aerobics by Kay. Yeah, I can almost see there's a session there twice a week at £10 a session.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an opportunity there, isn't there? There we are, Kay.
That's one for you, Julian.
Yeah, that's one for you, Julie. Absolutely. So tell me, when you studied Zen, did you and Buddhism? Was that in India?
No, I'm afraid it was in Canada where I started. I studied Zen Buddhism in Canada. Yeah, right. I did. That's how I became vegetarian too.
Okay.
Because I was living on the edge of a Buddhist community of monks. Not living on the edge literally, but I spent all my spare time with them.
Right.
I was actually the secretary to the Dean of the Theological College at King's University in Kingston, Ontario. Very posh, very elegant.
It was?
Yes.
And that's a business card in itself, isn't it?
And then when on my spare time, I'd go race off to these Buddhist monks and sit there and we'd meditate together and stuff. And then I used to tease them because none of them ever had any energy. And I've always had quite a lot of...
Yeah.
Shut up, Kate.
You have.
Had quite a lot of energy.
Not noticed that, had we, Kate?
Honestly, no. Don't know what she's on about.
Anyway, I used to tease them. I said, if you guys just got a steak down, you could have as much energy as I've got. And in their Buddhistic way, they smiled gently and said, when did you last not eat meat? And I said, I'm Australian, eat meat 3 times a day and 10 times on Sunday. It's part of the religion of Australia. I said, except when I'm sick, I don't remember not having meat every day. And he said, well, go for 1 week without meat and see how you feel. And if you don't feel marvellous, you can buy us all a steak and we'll promise we'll eat it.
Wow.
Because the Buddhist has to eat what's given to them.
Oh, really? That's part of the
even
belief.
Though they're vegetarian.
Yeah.
But if somebody gave them a steak, they would have to eat it out of
courtesy.
Yeah. So I did that. I went down to the health food shop to buy a book on vegetarian eating, passed the butcher on the way, and they had a special on lamb breast, which was my favourite meat. So I bought it up and shoved it into the little freezer in my little flat and bought a book on vegetarian eating, and I've not eaten meat since.
Wow.
And is that piece of meat still in your flat? In the fridge? I'm worried about the fridge in your flat now.
Well, that's a good question, as you
That's a
know.
very good question.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we ought to move on. So, Kay? What else do you do besides? I mean, what do you do at home? Because you'd be what we would class as an urban dunker, somebody who would, at every opportunity, would get into the sea, and sometimes might even swim in the Manchester Ship Canal or wherever you happen to be. But
So when I did dunking, I've always swam in the sea since I've been coming here as a child, as a baby. But I didn't want to not cold water swim. So I go anywhere and everywhere, but it has to have water going in. I don't like stagnant water, with a few ducks. That's not for me. It has to have a water flow going in, like a waterfall or something.
Yeah.
So we found an old cotton mill called Cheesden Love, and it's got a waterfall going into it. It doesn't look anything, but it's so beautiful. So we go there quite a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
the cotton mill's not working though.
No,
so you're not getting You're not getting spoiled from cotton.
No, but it's amazing in the winter when all the icicles are there. It's so picturesque, and you get your cold water hit, and it's just stunning. And I've met. So we were called the Doggers.
Do you think you've changed that name?
Well, I think I might change that name.
We had to. The reason why it came because where we used to meet was Doggers Lane. So think of that as you will. And then so we actually had to change it to Froggers. So we're now the Froggers. And
I like that.
Yeah, I've met a new set of friends doing the cold water swims at home, but it doesn't beat the sea.
No,
and it doesn't beat coming here. So yesterday morning I set off at 4 a.m. to make sure I was there at 8 a.m. for the 8:15 for the dunk yesterday morning. Nothing was going to stop me.
No, that's almost religious zealot, isn't it?
It is absolutely.
Yeah. And so
absolutely,
that sort of balance effectively pushes your limits all the time, doesn't it?
All the time, yeah. But it makes me feel so much better. You can be all mithered and wound up or whatever with the three. They are children, but they're grown up, 16, 18 and 23. And it just gets me away. They know that I can't answer my phone when I'm dunking or dipping or so. And
the phone does tend to sort of just take over our lives,
it does. So
especially, I guess, with 3 kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they know if I'm dipping, they won't ring me.
Right.
Which is, sometimes I lie.
You just said this on public.
I know. Sorry, children.
You do know your mum's not going to switch your phone on till 3 this afternoon. It's a long dip today.
It really is. But yeah, it's great. And then I'm a carer in the day, my main job.
Right. So
yeah.
So how do you balance sort of caring and dunking and that sort of spirit, because you've obviously got a really open spirit of abandon and almost a free spirit.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just thinking that what's it the festival is on
Glastonbury.
Thank you. It's on at the moment, and that's all about free spirit, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah. And
see, that's too much for me.
Is it?
Yeah. So I might be a free spirit, but I like quiet. Even though I'm a loud person, I like to be I like the peaceful surroundings and things like that, and the picturesque surroundings. A festival life isn't my style.
Right.
Give me a hammock in the middle of a tree, in 2 trees, and that'd be perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think I ought to tell you we've got a hammock in between 2 trees in the
garden? Well, I did say that'd be a full-time carer for you and son, I've got my name on it.
You've got your name on it, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad of that. So, and Jenny, I'm just trying to sort of find comparisons here, because I think our listener would be interested in comparisons, because obviously we've talked about different religions, especially Buddhism, and how different that is probably to the stereotype of let's go to church on a Sunday and get dressed.
Absolutely, yes.
Because Buddhism is applicable 24/7, 365, isn't it?
It's
always there.
It's always there. It should be always underlying your reality.
You don't have to make an effort to, and this is said with the greatest respect to the people who do enjoy going to church.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody has their own path.
They do.
To a spiritual awareness, don't they?
And their their sort of nudge, if you like, is each week we'll go to church and it'll be a different community and there's a different reason, and a lot of people go for singing, but the fact is that they go for their own sort of their own individual needs. Buddhism seems to be a sort of it's a complete way of life, isn't it?
I would think that's absolutely right, Mark.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a way of life. It's a way of living. It's a way of being aware, and it's a way of giving, I think.
Yeah,
because
that's beautiful.
Giving is probably the most important thing you can do. There's a great Buddhist concept of karma. Well, it's an Indian concept of karma.
Karma.
Yeah, good karma. You build up good karma by doing good deeds, good thoughts.
Okay.
And while I never think about it really in those terms, but it is a fundamental principle of all Indian religions. I think I say that. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Certainly as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Yeah, I think it is of all Indian religions, and or Eastern religions even. So you build up good karma by doing good deeds. And obviously underlying this concept, there is the concept of rebirth, so that when you die, you have built up enough karma to be reborn into a suitable lifestyle to what you would like to be.
I like that. See, I'm not religious at all. Not one bit. I'm C of E, but I've never been to church. But I'd like to say that I believe in the good karma, and I feel like I'm a nice person sometimes.
I'd reckon you might be too.
So I like that good karma. I don't know about me being reborn, though. People think, oh, we've had enough of her. 2 of her is just too much.
What is Kay going to emerge as?
I'll come back as a mermaid like Michelle.
Oh, that'd be magic, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, you see, and the Dunkers need mermaids, don't we?
Absolutely.
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Kay the mermaid. I
would love that.
So,
have I answered your question?
Yes, you have answered my question.
Okay.
Because what I'm really interested in also is coming back to dunking. Did you ever, because obviously you discovered Buddhism when you were in Canada.
Canada, yeah.
You didn't make that following when you were in Australia?
No, because I was too young. I left Australia when I was 15.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finished high school in Canada, in Montreal.
Right.
And then I went off to university ostensibly to study medicine to begin with, and then had this amazing professor called Bill Zion, which is quite ironic, who taught me philosophy of religion. And I never wanted to study anything else ever since then. And it's all I've done all my life, really. I taught it.
Did you?
Studied it, yeah.
So he was the awakening.
He was the awakening, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that the awakening hits us all in some way because, in exactly the same way, but in a different way, if that's not an airy or mixed metaphor, you sort of found something completely different in your life, didn't you? You've never been a carer for years and years and years.
I've worked at City Press, which was a PR agency since I was 16 years old. And it was I just found caring by accident, really, because I was looking after my Auntie Wendy and thought I need to do this full time. And I did, and I ditched my job and went and was a carer, and I absolutely love it. It's like going to work with my friends. Everybody always says, like, how do you work with old people? And I'm like, the bodies might be a bit old. So, but the minds are exactly the same as yours and mine, and I have a belting time every time I'm with them. There's not a day that something doesn't happen. I think the other morning was really funny because a gentleman had lost his teeth. I'd just had my hair lovely blow dried and I was sweating. And I could have murdered him, but we didn't. We had a right laugh looking for these teeth. We found them eventually in the washing powder tablets. So it was all
in the washing powder tablets.
Yeah, like that's the obvious place. But we had such a laugh. Yeah,
I wonder how they got in there.
I absolutely don't know.
I hope you rinsed them before you put them back in.
I had to. I had to. The joys. But yeah, I love caring. It's brilliant. It's definitely me.
Didn't you take that up when you first started dunking here?
The caring.
Yeah.
I was doing the caring when my Auntie Wendy got diagnosed with dementia. So I was doing that and I wasn't being paid on my days off. So I used to work 3 days for City Press. And then the other days I'd go and do my Auntie Wendy's cleaning or take her out for a drink, coffee and a breakfast. Because when you've got dementia, you forget to eat.
Yeah.
They don't realise. And then I thought, why am I going back to an office? Why am I doing that? So I jacked and it was sad to see me go.
What a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's belting.
Yeah.
The best bits of my day. And it's that sometimes I can do a 9-hour day. And it's flew.
Is that because you get up at 4:30? That's
well,
a bizarre
that's
time to get up, Kate.
I always get up at 4:30, walk my dogs, and then go for a swim at the swimming baths for 6 a.m. And then I go to work for 8, and then I finish at 9:30 at night.
Long day.
But I only do that 2 days a week. Right. So I do all my hours in 2 full days.
Okay.
And then I work alternate weekends. So, yeah.
And I'm going to really dig back into something that I remember you saying many years ago.
Oh, God,
Well, many years ago, many moons ago. And that was, you'd always have a bit of a penchant, a desire to go naked dunking. Have you ever done it yet?
Yes, me and my friend Kerry, who's one of the froggers.
You didn't forget that,
yeah, he never forgets that.
Don't talk to me.
My lovely friend Kerry, who's also a frogger,
right.
She came and spent the weekend at my caravan, and we actually went at Neffin Beach, and we both did it at night. And we'd been to the hotel in Neffin. Can't remember what it's called now. And
the Clift?
No, it wasn't the Clift. It was actually in Nevin. It wasn't Morphin Nevin. It was Nevin. It's a hotel. Okay. And we went there for our evening meal, and then we said, should we just do it? So we drove down after. And we did it. We didn't even have a towel or anything. We just went in. We both held hands, and the moon was there, and it was just bloody belting. Like, as you can see, that's my word. I love it. Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah. It was almost an out of body, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely out of body. You know, I had to carry my breasts. Back to the car.
So that was more body. Yeah, okay. We're going to get deep into bodies.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologise. You're wonderful. You're wonderful.
Oh, dear me. Yeah.
So do you think you would go dunking as much in Australia if you actually lived there?
If I lived there, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had somebody there this morning from Australia.
I know, I was talking to him. He was so shocked by how cold it was. He said he's been swimming in Australia in the middle of winter when everybody thinking he's mad. He said it's not nearly as cold as it was in there today.
Really?
Yeah.
He needs to come back on Christmas Day, doesn't he?
I told him that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious that these people just come once and then they don't ever come back again. You just wonder why, don't you?
You do, actually.
Yeah.
I think you've got to do it 2 or 3 times to really get the buzz.
Yeah.
Because I never thought I'd stick it out. I don't know whether you remember when I first started, I came down in my dressing gown.
Yes, you did.
I wasn't going to fork out on a dry road because I thought I'm only going to do it once or twice.
I thought you'd got a camper van. You were sleeping in the car park and you just rolled out.
Just being a cheapskate.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
And then I got so into it. I thought, God, I've got to get a dry road because I want to do this properly. So yeah.
There's something about habit. Is it if you do the same thing for a month, it becomes a habit? Or I can't remember. Forgive me, I can't remember.
Yeah, but it's something like that. But
I've not heard that.
Yeah, if you do something long enough, it becomes a habit. But the thing is, for me, it was instant. So
yeah,
I knew I was going to love it. I never looked back.
Yeah.
And you're the same, aren't you?
I'm the same. Yeah. Once I started, I can't not do it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I get itchy when I'm back in the Midlands. I'm saying, God, I want to be at the air.
Yeah.
I want to be in that water.
Yeah.
Well, you could always do like Julian does and he's got himself a barrel. It looks just like a beer barrel. I'm sure it isn't. And I'm sure
you never know. I bet he's siphoning something off the back of it or something.
Well, exactly, yes. And there's a picture that was coming round of him in this beer barrel. And it was plugged into something, so goodness knows what's inside it. But he was there with the glass in his hand. And he lives in the Midlands. Sorry, that was the only reason I mentioned you.
Yeah.
So
I've thought about doing that actually, but again, coming back to the whole community thing.
Yeah,
the community is a big part of it.
Massive,
for me.
Yeah. And the thing is about dunking in your back garden in a barrel, you haven't got that community, and also you've got to clean it.
Yeah,
that's
the thing, isn't
it?
It's a bit like a jacuzzi.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
Or a hot tub.
Yeah,
or a hot tub. Yeah,
making sure it's all level and.
I know.
No, we
People
couldn't do
say
it.
to us, "Are you thinking of having a hot tub?" Because as we've got an Airbnb here, is that going to
A
bring more
drawing
people in?
card,
But
yeah.
but it's the mither of it.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do it right, it's got to be clean.
It's got to be clean. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, I don't like the chemicals that they put in the keep it clean. It always makes me sneeze. And you know what I'm like for sneezing. It's
not a great idea. Yeah.
It's not for me.
Okay, so let's go just a little deeper to both of you and say, if you could dunk with anyone, anywhere, who would it be and why? And where would it be?
What a question, Mark.
I know. If you could dunk with anyone, anywhere, who would it be and where would it be?
Oh,
you see, you could let your fantasies go.
I've got to be careful with how far I go.
You just go for it. You just go. Kay's down. I can see it.
I know.
You go for it. You go for it.
Mine is 100% Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler on Abersoch Beach. That would make my life. Yeah, it wouldn't even just be. Oh, yeah. Because he's absolutely handsome. He's definitely my type of person. And to be in the place where I love to be. Oh, God.
Dare I say that a second to Gerard Butler might be Jeff?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Honestly, I miss him so much.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I think you miss him most.
I really do miss him.
I miss him terribly.
Yeah.
And Jenny, if there was...
Well, it's a really good
anyone,
question.
Anywhere?
I'm trying to think. Now, this is going to sound very odd. I can't remember his exact name. The doctor who wrote The Four Pillars. Dr.
Chakrabarti.
Yes.
Oh.
Because he's come down here once, hasn't he? I believe.
Yes, he has. He's a friend of Vanessa's.
That's right.
Yes.
And I would love to try dunking with him. I've read his books and I think they're astonishing.
Yeah.
So I would just love to, on Abersoch Beach, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think it would be amazing.
And he does.
He would participate in the before and after chit chat with some little modes of wisdom, I believe.
We'll see what we can do on that one, because I think it's not unlike our kids actually went to him as a doctor, because he was a doctor in Wilmslow.
I know.
And when we lived in Wilmslow, our kids, because I went to a different practice. No. And I don't know whether Sue and the kids went to one practice. I went to another. I don't know whether Sue ever saw him, but the kids did. And when he came down here, it was a bing, I know you, and Rajan Chakrabarti.
That's him.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Chakrabarti?
Chakrabarti.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think I don't know whether you've read his books or any of them, but
yes. They're listed all over the house.
Oh, are they?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So
Sue is a
I'm
zealot
speaking to the converted then. Sorry.
See, I'm such a shallow person, because you're there about how you want to discuss, and I just want to perv on Gerard Butler.
But you could say
it's
you're
so
just
opposites, aren't we?
Yeah, well, yes, but we get on.
We get on so well.
Do you know, I found through our talks that everybody, this is my words, everybody has got some sort of furniture to the life. There's one or two things that make you you. What would you say are yours, Kay?
Oh, the furniture about myself.
Yeah, what's you?
What's me? I think it's because I always say that it's my voice. Because I always say you won't see me coming, you'll hear me coming. And that's what I think. Hiya. I always try, like my mum always says, can you speak properly? I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Well,
yeah. But that's definitely, I think it's my gob.
Well, lovely.
We love it though.
Yeah. I don't know. You're going to struggle to follow that.
Sorry, Jen.
No, I'm going to withdraw at this point, Mark. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue what makes me me.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
you?
Yes,
all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think your whole being is why people seek you out. It's honestly that simple.
Really?
Yeah. I think you are you and yourself are a destination.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
I second that.
I think the journey for us, I don't know whether you'd agree, Kate, the journey for us is going on the beach and being dunkers. And being dunkers because we know you're going to be a dunker, but our destination is definitely you. And I think that
that's gorgeous. I love that.
Beautiful thing to say.
Well, you are beautiful. You're beautiful.
Well, before we finish, what we've always asked people is to leave a question for the next podcaster. Now, we never tell you who it was, and we don't tell you who's left the question. So I've got two questions, because obviously there's two of you. I'm not going to ask you the same thing. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay.
If that's all right, Jen.
Of course, Kay. Go for it, girl.
Okay. So if you could go back in time and change one specific moment in your life, what would it be and why?
Oh, I think it would be. Oh gosh, that's a difficult one, isn't it? I think I would go back to my 30s, to that particular time, because that was when I'd probably try and foresee what was going to happen, and try and make myself a better person then. Yeah, my 30s was a good time before I started getting poorly. Yeah, that would be my 30s.
I would only observe and say I don't think you'd be a better person. You might be a different person, but I don't think you'd be better than you are.
Thank you, Mark. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's lovely.
Yeah.
You'd be very hard to better you, I think, Kay.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
And Jen, this is going to be a revealer.
No.
Tell me something that you've never told anybody before.
Careful.
Don't prompt her.
This is a tricky one. So it's something I've never told anybody before.
It could be that you had sugar with your tea at one time and you don't anymore.
My teeth, did you say?
You've got to make it fun, Jen. It's got to be a good one.
It's got to be a good
No,
one.
it's just...
Well, this is going to sound very absurd.
That's great.
But I heard and then saw an angel come in through my bedroom window up at Killen.
Really?
Yeah.
Recently?
3 years ago.
Wow. What preempted that?
I was doing a lot of meditation at the time and a lot of searching into phenomena in my unconscious. And at about 5 o'clock in the morning, I heard this clatter, like a Venetian blind, but I don't have Venetian blinds. I heard this clatter and I looked up and there was an angel sitting on a swing thing. And I just got up and walked around thinking I was going bananas and I was dreaming. Went back to bed and looked up again. And the lights started to come up. It wasn't in deep summer, it was in the autumn. And the lights started to come up from outside. So I can't remember exactly what time, I don't even know. And as the lights started to come up, the vision of the angel coalesced into a bright, beautiful light and stayed there for about 4 hours.
I love that.
That was amazing. Yeah. Was that a vision, a spirit? Did you ever want to know what? It was a manifestation of something.
It was a phenomenon of some kind.
Yeah. Wow.
And I didn't want to put my interpretation on it because as my philosophy is that you can't overinterpret things. You just got to experience them. The raw thing is the experience. So I don't try and interpret it.
Well,
it did give me a sense of wonder, though.
Oh, I'm sure. Thank you for allowing us to experience that.
Yeah.
With
That is a very private thing.
Yeah, but that was honestly, I was literally like in awe of just how you say things as well, Jen. It's amazing.
Really?
That you've witnessed, that you saw that.
And
you've shared it with us.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I feel a bit tearful now, actually.
I love it.
I think you might have shared it with just a little bit wider audience.
Yeah, everybody's going to look at me as if I'm gaga.
No, you're not. You're absolutely not. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well,
Thanks,
I'd like
Kay.
to thank you both for the time and your honesty, your openness, because I've really, really enjoyed it.
Oh.
So thank you both very much indeed.
Well, thanks
Thank
for having
you
us, Mark.
so much.
And it honestly has been a pleasure. And I would just simply finish by saying, may the spirit of the Dunkers go with you.
Oh,
And also with you.
Thank you.
thank you.